Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am here with the one, the only, the one we never saw his face, Scrub Lord Dustin.
Hey guys, that's me. That's the person that's always losing. It's me. If you ever want to see the picture of loss in PvP, it's right here.
And we're here to talk to you about the information that we've received that was leaked at Dortmund European Championship. The new cup that Dronpes himself has released is going to be called the Mirror Cup. And here's the video where Dronpes says it himself.
No, it's called the Mirror Cup. Think about it. Alright, thank you everybody, have a good night.
Insanity! The next cup is going to be called the Mirror Cup. Now there's a lot of speculation out there of what exactly the typings will be, but nobody knows for sure because Silph has not actually legitimately released the details on the actual cup itself. But me and Scrub Lord here are going to be here to kind of talk about some possible options of what the actual cup has in store for us. Now if you guys haven't already, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all PvP and Silph Arena content.
Now on to the video!
If you guys haven't noticed yet, we are in a whole different new location. We got some new camera gear, we got some lighting, we've upgraded it all, and we did it to try and make sure that our videos look even better for you viewers. First, let's talk about the possible typings that Silph is going to have in store for us. What do you think, Dustin?
I'm thinking the most obvious theme that they're talking about. When you think of mirror, the first four types that pop in my head is ice, water, steel, and psychic. You know, obviously because that kind of like anime theme with ice and water, how like you can make a mirror out of ice and water, obviously, and steel just because of the material, and psychic just because when I think of mirror, I think of Mr. Mime and he's doing the miming thing and he's bringing up the psychic walls. And so yeah, I think that's like the most obvious like on theme things that we're gonna see in this meta if it's gonna be based on those typings.
So now with the ice and water, and then of course the psychic and the steel, wouldn't that just play a hard Azumarill meta?
Yeah, I mean, I think if they were gonna do this, they would probably ban Azumarill from the meta.
Yeah.
Honestly, that means Metacham is available too, which
yeah.
I feel like would get banned too, or they have to do some kind of like special exclusion or inclusion.
Right, because they're in too many of the cups now.
Yeah.
And like they're like, you know what, they're too OP. Now they're gonna be like, okay, you know what, let's take these two out and then change everything. No, definitely, I feel like that ban list would be 100% necessary.
Yeah.
Just to kind of change up the whole meta.
But if they do ban Azumarill and Metacham, I have no idea what would be left. Like I'm thinking like Lantern.
Yeah. Lantern.
I mean Quagsire.
No, of course, yeah.
Yeah. So there's still some good options, but even it's hard to say like what's gonna be banned and you know.
Yeah, who knows? The next possible typings I think is going to be the electric, water, ground, and steel. I think. What do you think?
I think that's a good possibility just because there is more of a like a matchup with these typings because you got electric which beats water, you got the ground which beats the electric, you got the water that does not very effective damage on steel, or no, steel on water. Right. So I think this matchup could be a possibility and it's kind of like on theme with the mirror theme because you know you need ground, you need sand to make mirrors, and we're not gonna include fire because fire is gonna lose, you know.
Yeah.
And some of these, I mean, why is electric in Jungle Cup, right?
Yeah.
So you know, sometimes I think Silph Arena does kind of skew their theme a little bit to like, you know, make a more balanced combat system.
I think when they're running their simulations on what the meta will be and they're trying to make it as least OP as possible, they knew that with the normal typing being there and with the grass being there that they were going to use a lot of the normal flyers.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they actually included the electric as well in the cup.
Yeah, because like, I mean, a lot of the normal in Jungle Cup is like Vigoroth and then flyers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I think maybe they did include normal just for those flying types.
Yeah. But I think Vigoroth is just a little too OP.
Yeah. He's really good.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to do really well in this typing then?
With the electric, steel, water, and ground?
Yeah.
I think the Mud Boys.
Mud Boys like
Swamp, like Marshtomp, Swampert.
Oh, the water
Cash?
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna do really well.
I agree.
But
Because water ground is taking on the steel, taking on the electric.
Yep.
Yeah. And there's no water to destroy it this time.
Yeah.
Like in Rainbow Cup, Quagsire had to watch out for the water, but that's gone now.
It's true.
Yeah.
But even with the water, right? It's only doing neutral.
Did I say water or grass?
Yeah, you said water.
Okay, I meant grass.
You meant grass?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that grass will be out of the equation. But now we also have, with those Mud Boys, we also have Community Day coming up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we have Swampert Community Day. He's gonna have Hydro Cannon.
Mudkip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna be Mud Shot, Hydro Cannon, Earthquake.
Right.
Again, it's all like up in the air, right? We don't know if Swampert's gonna be better than Marshtomp or Whiscash, but it will definitely make Swampert more of a better option.
Also, Swampert has a really cool shiny form. It's pink, which is the best shiny forms they could be.
And shinies do more damage.
Yeah, they do more style damage.
I think another one that we could possibly talk about, I think would be something super simple.
This one's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's a little far-fetched.
It's a little far-fetched, but I think normal and ghost.
Those are gonna be some long matches.
Yeah.
If you're just doing not very effective damage against each other.
8-man tournament.
Can you imagine
3 rounds. 2 hours long.
Can you imagine a Blissey versus a Gengar?
Well, I think I'd rather use my Legacy Haunter, but
that's true.
they're both pretty frail.
Well, why do you think they would do Ghost and Normal? Why do you say that?
Well, the thing is, Ghost and Normal literally do not do super effective damage at all. They do non-effective damage to each other.
Right.
Right? So
it's kind of like that reflecting effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of the mirror.
The mirror. Yeah. But that'd be pretty funny. I don't know what would be more boring. Would it be that or like a Skarmory versus Skarmory?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, so what do you mean Skarmory versus Skarmory?
Well, like, have you ever seen a mirror match of a Skarmory versus Skarmory?
Mirror?
Yeah.
So you think it's gonna be like you have to use the same Pokemon that your opponent is using?
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that would be interesting. That would be some serious rules. But then again, if they're gonna do that, where you have to use the same Pokemon as the other person, then I think, oh man, this would be so bad. This would be so bad for the PvP YouTubers.
If you only have select 6 Pokemon.
Oh my god!
It's so free to select our 6 Pokemon. This is gonna be 6 deep dives, and that's it for the month.
Yeah, 6 deep dives. That's pretty much it for the whole month. But yeah, no, it would be like, can you imagine how terrible that would be? If it was like, you can only use these 6 Pokemon. Only these 6. And out of those 6, you have to pick your 3. But I think they would have to make it like extremely diverse. Like, you cannot have one Pokemon that will be like superior to the others.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I think it's far-fetched, but it's kind of a possibility because the only time people use the word mirror in like PvP terminology is when you're doing a mirror match.
Exactly.
And that's 2 Pokemon of the same type going against each other.
Right, and you can see, if you guys have seen the tournament videos, that how many times have I had a matchup of 6 go with the exact same matchup of 6, and we always called it a mirror match.
Mirror match.
Right?
And Stuff to know is the terminology we're using.
Oh, absolutely. They watch all our videos. Yeah, no, they know exactly what's going on. And to be honest with you, like, as bad as it would be for us PvP YouTubers, it would be, I think it'd be interesting. Just kind of to be like, hey guys, you can only use these 6. Now you have to actually look into speculation, actual depth of each fast move, each charge move, how you'll pull it off. And we have to go into other strategies like quick switching, under tapping, also sometimes under tapping the charge move to try to get more energy gain for the next Pokemon. I think if they did something like that, it would be more of a skill set of how good you are at PvP as itself.
Well, it's funny that you say it comes down to skill, because in my head I'm thinking like, isn't it just gonna come down to luck? Like, well, who gets the better matchup at first? I mean, really, if you're all using the same Pokemon.
But like I said, like when it comes to the diversity of the Pokemon, where one will not hard counter the other, right? Then the lead won't be too drastic.
Yeah, it really depends on what 6 Pokemon they would pick.
Exactly.
Like, there can't be like a one that towers over everything and getting hard countered by it.
Exactly. But if they do that, as interesting as it would be, we would only be releasing 6 deep dive videos, and that would be our problem.
So we'll do a single deep dive video on one Pokemon's fast move, then we'll do a video on charge move, and then its matchups.
And then the second video, a third video on the second charge
We'll
move.
do like 5 days on one Pokemon.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So I think honestly what I have to do is I would be going to a lot more tournaments to kind of get as much content as we can out to show you guys exactly how to use those 6 Pokemon, if that was to be a thing. Going back into the where Dronpes actually released the Mirror Cup. Did you watch those battles?
Those battles were insane.
Insanity!
Yeah.
Like, man, I learned a lot.
They were making moves that I'd never seen anyone do.
Azumarill beat Lantern! Like, what? And then, like, they had other situations where, like, the one fast move came down to, like, the reason why a rematch came up. Like, it was a great call. It was definitely a great call. It was I was saying it even in the comments, like, it needed to be done because this is Worlds. It needs to be done 100% clean, no mistakes. Right? But what did you think?
I mean, the quality of the stream was really amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that was Nick, Trainer Tips.
That was Nick Trainer Tips?
That was like the cleanest stream I've ever seen, and he did a really good job. But I don't know, like they just, these PvPers just did things I never thought I would do.
Yeah.
Like their Pokemon would be in the red, and they'd have one shield left, and they would shield it just to like protect like the 5 HP that their Pokemon had.
Just so they can finish it off with a fast move or maybe pull off a charge move, so that way they can have the lead for the next Pokemon.
Yeah.
Right? Super pro
I
thing.
mean, it really shows you how complex just like this simple, what people think is like a dismissive simple tapping game. Like it gets really complex.
Yeah, it's definitely not just a tapping game. And if you guys think it's just a tapping game, really go watch that stream, because I will tell you, I literally almost threw my phone. You saw me almost throw my phone. It was insane.
Yeah.
Like, man, how I didn't hit the ceiling like from jumping so high is beyond me.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, so Nick Trainer Tips did an amazing stream. Like, the way he set it up, the production was amazing. But the commentators, right? We had Zionic, we had King IV. Like,
They're great too.
Oh,
yeah.
they were really good. Like, their reactions, you really, like, I was having the same reaction that they were having, but theirs was on camera.
Yeah.
Right? I really wish I was recording myself. Like, man, that would have made a great video. If I was recording myself, the reaction videos of myself, like, watching this thing, like, oh my god. Now, the final thing we're going to talk about is going to be the World's finalist. How amazing was that? Okay, so
What was his name again? Who won?
Raging Taz. Raging Taz took the finals. Like, and the backstory to that is insane. He didn't win his regional, so he decided to go to Dortmund to try to have another chance at the Open qualifier. He won the Open qualifiers, and then he went up against everyone else that won the Open qualifiers, beat them too, and then had a day to prepare for Worlds. Came into Worlds, beat his whole table, and then made it to the finals and came victorious. Like, insane!
Yeah. like we were talking about when we were in Chicago, if you won the qualifiers, and you made it to Worlds, we'd have like a night to prepare you for Worlds.
Yeah, I remember specifically saying to you that, like, I wanted to do well just for ranking, but I did not want to win. I was close to winning, actually. I think I was one loss away.
Yeah.
I was one loss away from winning to getting into Worlds, but in the back of my head, I was like, no, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do it.
That'll be a long night of practicing for Worlds.
I would not sleep. There would be no sleep. I would be literally winning that, going back to the hotel, preparing for Worlds, putting a team together, and kind of just going with the best I had while going against people who had like a month or two.
But he did it, right?
Yeah, he did it.
How much downtime did he have before the tournament?
I think it was the day before. I literally think it was the day before. He literally put his team together the day before, went in the next day. I don't know how much sleep he had because he was super energetic, right? And he won, which... Good to you, Raging Taz. Like, that was amazing.
I liked his Ludicolo a lot.
Oh, that Ludicolo was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the double flying strategy? He ran Altaria and Skarmory.
It was smart.
Like, that was crazy. I didn't even think of Altaria.
I mean, Ludicolo with the Razor Leaf to take down Azumarill, and then the Ice Beam to take down Altaria.
Like, crazy.
Yeah.
And also, the Ice Beam does decently well against the Skarmory, too. So, well, again, that was, like... Worlds is insane. We know that the Mirror Cup is going to be released, and We don't know any details as of yet, but we're still putting everything into speculation, and we'll see what is going to come up out of it. I really hope, I don't know, I really hope that they do this Team of 6 versus Team of 6. I also really hope they don't, but no, I really hope they don't. But that is going to be the end of this discussion video. Thank you for joining me on this one.
Thanks for having me.
Alright guys, we'll see you guys on the next one.